So this is a picture of me and my dad when he actually came to my school. I think I was in 6th grade. It was like a Father's Day.
Please excuse me if I'm a little nervous. When I graduated college a couple of months ago, I never expected to be here tonight addressing the nation.
I'm here because I support my father. He supports all of you.
Thank you all so much. It's so amazing to be with you tonight and say a few words about my father.
Did you know that only one Trump child was born into the glare of luxury, but raised almost entirely out of the spotlight, Tiffany Trump? While her siblings built businesses and chased headlines, Tiffany lived a quieter life, far from Trump Tower's golden walls. But don't be fooled. Today, Tiffany is tied to billions through her own marriage, owns a diamond ring worth over $1 million, and moves through a world even more exclusive than her family's. But how did she pull it off without anyone really noticing? Stay with us, because by the end, you'll see Tiffany Trump in a way you never expected. Tiffany's story starts a little differently from her siblings. Born on October 13, 1993, she was the only child from Donald Trump's marriage to actress Marla Maples. After her parents divorced in 1999, Tiffany didn't grow up around Manhattan's skyscrapers and gold-plated elevators. She was raised quietly in California, far from the constant media buzz surrounding her father's empire. Instead of reality shows and corporate meetings, Tiffany's early days were filled with regular school activities at Viewpoint School in Calabasas. She stayed under the radar even while sharing a neighborhood with the likes of the Kardashians. But Tiffany wasn't aiming for tabloid fame. She stayed focused on her education, eventually attending the University of Pennsylvania, her father's alma mater, and later graduating from Georgetown Law School in 2020. She had every reason to coast on her last name, but clearly, Tiffany was carving her own path. Tiffany's life took a sharp, glittering turn toward true billionaire status in 2018 during a summer party on the island of Mykonos. That's where she met Michael Boulos, and this wasn't just another rich kid from Instagram. Michael's family empire, based in Nigeria, stretches across multiple industries: construction, retail, finance. This wasn't just new money either. This was generational wealth, the kind built quietly over decades, not flashed around in headlines. Connections that spanned continents, deals that moved behind closed doors, that's the world Tiffany was stepping into. Their relationship moved quickly, but mostly stayed under the radar, away from the constant cameras that followed her father. In January 2021, inside the iconic White House Rose Garden, Michael proposed with a 13-carat diamond ring, reportedly valued at over $1.2 million, a piece of jewelry fit for royalty. No flashy announcements, no sold-out interviews, just an elegant step into a whole new tier of life. By November 2022, Tiffany and Michael tied the knot at Mar-a-Lago, Donald Trump's private estate in Palm Beach. The wedding was every bit as luxurious as you'd imagine: crystal chandeliers, walls of white roses, celebrity guests, yet somehow it was quieter, more understated, compared to typical Trump family extravaganzas. Tiffany wasn't just marrying for love. She was connecting two powerful worlds, building a bridge between American political royalty and international business elites. After her wedding, Tiffany Trump didn't just step into a new chapter, she stepped into a lifestyle most people can't even imagine. But true to her style, she keeps most of it just out of view. Unlike her siblings, Tiffany doesn't flood social media with every outfit, every trip, every dinner party. Instead, she offers only rare glimpses. One month she's sailing the Mediterranean on a private yacht. Another, she's front row at a Paris fashion show most people have never even heard about. Her vacations take her to five-star resorts so private, even celebrities have to wait for an invitation. Her wardrobe, it's not just designer, it's couture. Custom gowns, exclusive collections, one-of-a-kind pieces worth tens of thousands of dollars. And when she travels, it's always in style: private jets, chauffeured limousines, luxury yachts, a world where the word first class is just the starting point. Yet despite living in a world dripping in wealth, Tiffany keeps a deliberate distance from the spotlight. In an era where oversharing is the norm, the way she guards her personal life makes her even more mysterious, and somehow, even more powerful. With a last name like Trump, Tiffany could have easily coasted through life. But even early on, she made it clear she wanted something more. Back in 2011, she took a bold step and released a pop single called Like a Bird. It didn't top the charts, but it showed that Tiffany wasn't afraid to try new things outside the family brand. Later, she entered the fashion world, interning at Vogue and even modeling at New York Fashion Week, a surprising move for someone carrying the Trump legacy. Publicly, she stood beside her father during the Republican National Conventions in 2016 and 2020, giving polished speeches and showing loyalty. But behind the cameras, Tiffany was building something even more impressive: her own credentials. She earned her law degree from Georgetown, one of the most respected universities in the country. No PR stunt, no publicity splash, just years of quiet, serious work. Whether she steps into politics, law, high-end business, or creates her own empire, Tiffany's path shows one thing clearly: she's more than just another heiress living off a famous name. She's quietly building something much bigger for herself, a future entirely her own. Being a Trump means living under constant scrutiny, and Tiffany's experience has always been a little different. Raised by her mother, Marla Maples, far from New York's Golden Towers, Tiffany wasn't part of the Trump Organization world her older siblings knew so well. She shared smiles with Ivanka at family events and showed up for the big public moments. But insiders have long hinted that she sometimes felt like the outsider among Donald Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, the ones groomed from childhood for business and politics. Even so, Tiffany never disappeared. She spoke at her father's campaigns, celebrated holidays at Mar-a-Lago, and stayed connected in her own way. Recently, she hosted an extravagant baby shower in Miami, attended by several Trump women, but Donald and Melania's absence didn't go unnoticed. True to form, Tiffany didn't make a fuss. She moved gracefully, living her life on her own terms, keeping family ties without getting caught in the family drama. In October 2024, during a campaign event in Detroit, Tiffany Trump made headlines against she and her husband, Michael Boulos, announced they're expecting their first child, a baby boy. But in typical Trump style, it wasn't just a personal moment. It was part of a larger story. The announcement meant Donald Trump would soon welcome his 11th grandchild, a perfect addition to a political campaign built on themes of family and tradition. For Tiffany, it's the start of a new chapter, not just becoming a mother, but helping shape the future of the Trump legacy. Once labeled the forgotten Trump, she's now stepping into a powerful role, not with headlines or controversy, but with quiet, strategic moves that are starting to leave a real impact. Tiffany Trump's life reads like something out of a modern fairy tale, only it's real. She's the heiress who didn't chase fame, but somehow became even more fascinating by staying just out of reach. From her quiet childhood in California to her billion-dollar marriage and her life of guarded luxury, Tiffany has shown that sometimes the most powerful moves are the ones you don't see coming. Her story isn't just about being born into money, it's about mastering the art of living well without shouting it from the rooftops. And as her family grows and her influence subtly spreads, one thing's for sure: we haven't seen the last of Tiffany Trump. If you loved getting this inside look into Tiffany's secret world, make sure to like this video, drop a comment telling us your favorite part, share it with friends who love a good behind-the-scenes story, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon because there's plenty more where this came from.